Good morning, youth. This is your midweek encouragement. I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys have gotten back into the swing of things with school. And we're going to jump right in. We're going to be beginning Proverbs chapter 14 this week. This week we're talking about how the wisdom, the godly wisdom that we seek out and that we seek to make a part of our lives, how that works out and is evident in our words and our deeds. So the way we live and the things we say. One of the things that we're going to see is that the way we can tell if we're on this path of wisdom, sometimes we ask, how do I know if I'm on that path or if I'm actually pursuing that godly wisdom? And one of the ways that we can tell that is by looking at how are our actions? What is our speech characterized by? So, Proverbs chapter 14, starting in verse 1, it says, "The wisest of women builds her house, but folly with her own hands tears it down. Whoever walks in uprightness fears the Lord, but he who is devious in his ways despises him. By the mouth of a fool comes a rod for his back, but the lips of the wise will preserve them. When there are no oxen, the manger is clean, but abundant crops come by the strength of the ox. A faithful witness does not lie, but a false witness breathes out lies. A scoffer seeks wisdom in vain, but knowledge is easy for a man of understanding. Leave the presence of a fool, for there you do not meet words of knowledge." There's a handful of points here that the teacher wants to instill for us to be able to evaluate, is our conduct and is our speech characterized by wisdom? And the first here is that wisdom instills that which causes someone to build up. And a lack of that, then, if we have wisdom, it's going to cause us to live lives that build other people up, build systems and things up that allow other people to do well themselves. And the contrary is true, that if our lives are characterized by foolishness and folly, it's going to make it more difficult for people to be built up and for things to help other people. Likewise, it says that the fool incurs trouble and pain due to the words that they say, their speech. The wise are able to preserve themselves using those words of wisdom. They know what to say and when to say it. And they know what type of words will be helpful. It says that when we pursue wisdom, we tell the truth. We are characterized as people who tell the truth. And when we scoff at wisdom, it says that later it then becomes more difficult to seek out and have that wisdom be a part of our lives. It's as if the more we scoff at wisdom and turn our nose up at wisdom, the harder it is to roll that back and seek that wisdom later. And then finally, in the middle of all of these verses, there is this interesting statement and this kind of interesting proverb, and it says this: "Where there are no oxen, the manger is clean, but abundant crops come by the strength of the ox." In other words, sometimes you have to crack a few eggs to make an omelet. If your goal is having a clean manger, your goal is to never have to tidy things up because you've been working hard, you're never going to reap the reward of having worked hard. Every now and then I have to stop and just tidy my space here because it gets out of hand as I get going and doing certain things. And it could be argued, well, if you just didn't take stuff out and you just didn't do stuff, then you wouldn't have to put anything away. Yes, but then I also wouldn't be working toward a goal. And so I would encourage you guys, and this is this notion that sometimes seeking wisdom is difficult. And what the Proverbs are telling us is that though it is difficult and we might have to do some tidying up along the way, it is worth seeking wisdom. So I would encourage you guys, find those difficult things that wisdom calls you to and seek to do them. Don't shy away from them. Take up those difficult things and challenge yourself. Push yourself past that comfort level. And so I will leave you with that. Hope you guys have an excellent rest of your week. We love y'all, and we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.